everyone, welcome back to Eastwick Cottage Garden. It is another fairly breezy day today. I'm not feeling the best, but I did feel a need to get out and do at least a little something in the garden. It is very sunny, the skies are pretty clear. We had some really warm weather over the weekend and now it's really cold, so it feels extra cold. You know how it gets when the weather's warmed up and you get all acclimated to the warm weather and then it drops again and it seems like it's 10 times colder than it actually is. So I'm bundled up a little bit, but we're going to get the plants planted in the back corner of the orchard area, the ones I showed you in the previous video that we got from the tree center. I want to at least get those in the ground. I'll plant the hydrangea in the pot in the front later. Hopefully, if I'm feeling better, I want to get out tomorrow after work and get some activities done in the front yard. So I'm just going to set up the camera and let it roll because it's really too breezy to talk over the wind. Okay, so we got these in the ground. I put the big Blue Liriope kind of in a half moon around the Osmanthus Party Lights. So I'll be able to see this through my office window. And I'm kind of hoping that the big Blue Liriope kind of fills in. I think it will spread a bit in this area, which I don't mind over here because this corner is hard to get to for the people that cut my grass. And I also want some privacy, and some evergreen interest. So looking forward to seeing what this does in the coming seasons. So this should the tea lights should get about 4 to 5 feet tall. And I think it's like 3 to 4 feet wide. So that should provide some coverage in this back corner here. So here I am outside, putting the trash out. because tomorrow's trash day. And I'm admiring the strip of daffodils and snowflakes bulbs that I planted. And I notice there's just a stalk. Something's eaten my daffodil. Very upsetting. This goes to prove that not everything is everything resistant. So it's supposed to be deer and rodent resistant, but clearly something thought it would be a good snack. But take a look at these snowflakes. They're so pretty and so delicate. Can't wait for the rest of the things to bloom out so they don't get eaten by whatever ate the others. And I just have to say, the daffodils, they smell amazing. I just love these. Hi everyone, it is a few days later since we planted the plants in the back corner in the orchard. I wanted to get out here today after work to try to get a few things done before the sun goes down. It is very breezy, pardon the sunglasses. It is very windy and my eyes are very sensitive to both the wind and the sun. So I have to put these on. Anyway, there are a couple of things I want to get done today. Actually, a few things. Actually, a lot of things. But we'll see how much we're going to actually get done. I'd like to pot up the hydrangea from the plant haul that we got from the tree center. I would like to pot that up in the pot in the front. I'd like to start prepping the garden bed in the front for the expansion of the garden bed. I'd like to move a couple of plants in the orchard from the orchard flower bed over into behind the fenced in flower bed. And I'd also like to get some more fertilizing done because things are starting to break dormancy quite a bit, and they need to get done. I also need to get this compost that I have in my driveway out of the way for the new compost haul that I need to, that I'm going to be getting. So I have to move that out of the way so it's not buried at the bottom, and I'm going to use that as part of the front flower bed. Anyway, I'm going to set the camera up and we'll see how much we can get done today. So I have this pot here that I'd love to put the hydrangea in. It's full of dirt at the moment, but I want to try to use, this is from Proven Winners. It is an aquapot insert. So what it is it goes inside your planter and it makes your planter into a self-watering planter. So it's kind of a tricky spot to get water to over here, and hydrangeas require a lot of water. So I'd like to try to use this inside of it to help with the watering situation. And here is the hydrangea, the Bloomstruck Hydrangea that I got. It's really, really pushing out new growth at the moment, so I'd like to get it out of this pot into a bigger pot. Like I said, this is an experiment with both the aquapot and the hydrangea because there are deer that come onto the property every now and again. So we'll see if they eat this. The property next door, they have 6 hydrangeas and theirs don't seem to be touched, but we'll see what happens with this. I had some hibiscus and some other plants in here last year, and these pots were at the back of the deck. I was kind of using them as a test to see what kind of planting I wanted at the bottom of the deck steps. So these were the precursors to the flower beds that I actually ended up creating last year. There's a lot of dirt in here. So I'm going to get the dirt out of here and then I'll meet you back here. Okay, plan B. So I'm going to start prepping the expanded bed area in the front and then try to get this pot over to that area and dump the dirt out onto the new expansion. Okay, so, oops, it's a little bit later and we are back. I I emptied out, was able to empty out the pot. I'm going to bring this down a little bit so you can see better. Okay, I was able to empty out the pot into the front yard. I will show you the mess that that is in a minute. I'm doing the no-till method. I know that's kind of controversial for some people. I have put cardboard down. I have put drainage holes in the cardboard. I've put holes in it so that water can seep through when I put the compost on top of it. I've used this technique for the flower beds that are beside the deck steps and the flower bed that was in the back corner. And what I found in doing this is that if you let the cardboard get wet, or wet the cardboard a lot first. We had drenching rain and I dragged some cardboard outside so that it would get totally drenched in the rain. It helps to soften up the cardboard and help it to break down more easily. I know that sometimes people have issues in more arid climates that they don't have enough water to help the cardboard break down into the ground matter. So anyway, I have put some cardboard down to start the bed, dumped the pot out of the soil that it has in there. I'm going to grab some compost when we are, actually I'm going to grab some compost when I start planting this to mix with the potting soil that I pulled out of here. I'm going to start and put the Biotone starter fertilizer in, but I want to start out with the aqua pot. So we've had a lot of rain, so I'm not going to water it in right now, but I will be able to fill the aqua pot up so that there'll be water in there. We're supposed to be getting rain in for the next couple of days. We're supposed to be getting rain for the next couple of days as well, so I'm not really concerned about it getting enough water at the moment. We're in spring and it usually rains a lot, especially coming into April. You know, April showers make flowers. That's a thing. So I'm going to put the pot in. The idea behind this is that either you would be filling the whole pot up with soil, and then all that soil would have to be wet. Like, you know, eventually would get wet. The water would sink. The water level would sink down to the bottom of the soil, and the plant would have to reach for that. Or you could fill it this much full with the aqua pot, and then put the soil inside of it. Then put the soil on top. So this is the water reservoir for it. This is the hose that you would use. It's telescoping. It has a blue flower on it. Some people take the blue flower off because they don't want it in their pots, but it's just kind of to let you know where the fill spout is. Sorry for the car. Where the fill spout is. There are holes inside here. I don't know if you can see them. You can see them. You can see in here where the water would come. The roots would be able to suck up the water from there. You fill the bottom of here with soil, and it kind of wicks up the water from the water reservoir to help the root system. So it fits down in the bottom of your pot, so you have this much less soil that you actually have to fill the pot with. So I'm going to give this a try. Many people have tried this. It's from Proven Winners. They are well known for their plants and their plant care, but here you can see the picture of it, how it's working. So the reservoir fills with water and then it wicks it up into the plant. So that is the theory behind this. So we're going to give this a go and see how this works. So I'm going to fill it up with the soil that I got out of here. Fill up the hole inside. I'm going to bring it closer so you can see what I'm doing. All right, then. Okay, so here's the spout here, and I filled the center here with the soil that I got. I'm going to get some more. I'm going to fill the rest of it up with compost. Get soil all around the outside of the aqua pot, because the aqua pot is a little bit smaller than. I'm hoping that the root ball of the plant fits in here. Let's see. see how this goes, because this is almost as big as the aqua pot. We'll see how we get with this. I might be taking some of the soil off. Oh, the roots aren't all the way down there, so yeah, they are. I'm going to break this up a little bit so that it fits better in the pot. Spread the roots around a little bit. I think you have to have a behemoth pot. Okay. Abandoning this idea. I'm gonna go grab some compost to fill up the rest of this container and mix it with some fertilizer. Okay, so we are back and a lot has happened. However, or howsoever, as my father would have said, none of it got on camera. So I'm going to show you how far we are right now and kind of explain to you what the process was that you missed. So I was able to start prepping the front bed for the flower bed expansion. For those who are new, this is Riley in amongst the daffodils. Say hi, Riley. I am going to be starting, this is the front of my property, and I want to put a path in that leads to the red maple, just for perspective. Slow down slowly. My driveway is this way, so I thought it would be nice, turn around again, to have a pathway that leads towards a red maple with flower beds on either side. I eventually would like to get a fence to finish the fencing along the front side of the property. But until that happens, it is open. There used to be a white picket fence here that my grandfather installed, but as the way of wood, it has deteriorated and had to be taken down. So I think I want to make this whole area, this whole front area, and then also this area to the side, all some kind of flower beds and shrub beds, just to make it, to try to get rid of this lawn that is awful. The lawn is awful. So this is the flower bed as it stands. I want to move the smaller plants closer to what would be the pathway. So anyway, so this is this prep of this. It doesn't look beautiful. In fact, it looks quite awful, but you need roughness before beauty sometimes. This hydrangea, it's a 2-gallon hydrangea, and I didn't want to disturb the root system because the root system was pretty much went to the bottom. It wasn't root bound or anything like that, but you could see that the roots were all the way to the bottom of the root ball. So I didn't want to give it any shock or stress because it is starting to leaf out, and I want it to be able to do that without any impedance or difficulty. So I put some of the soil back in here from the soil that was in there before and mixed it with compost, and hopefully we will be able to have a beautiful hydrangea. I do have some hydrangea, rose tone, which is good for hydrangea to keep. It's good for acid loving plants, so I might do that later in the season. I want to let the biotone starter fertilizer do its job right at this moment right now. This is I have to power wash. That is on the plan of that. All this came from the giant oak tree and mulberry tree that were in the property next door that they finally took down. So now this area gets much more sun than it was getting for the past 20 years or so. So this is an east facing wall. This is north facing. So it's tucked into a northeast corner, so it'll get plenty of morning sun, and it will be able to avoid the heat of the afternoon sun. So I think it would do very well over here. And hopefully I'll have really pretty blooms to go up against my house, which will eventually be power washed and painted as well. So that is what we got done today. I'm going to call it, because it's getting dark. I'm going to turn the camera around and talk to you face to face. So that is what we were able to get done today. I'm going to pack up some stuff. I'm going to get these things in the shed before it gets dark. And Riley is itching to get inside the house. So I hope you enjoyed coming along with me on this part. I will be picking this up later on. I'm probably going to add this video to the planting in the orchard area and post that. And then I will start a new video with finishing up prepping the flower bed and getting some of the plants moved that I wanted to get done. So tomorrow's supposed to be nice as well. So I will see you in the next video, and thank you so much for all the likes and the shares and the watches and the subscriptions. Welcome all the new people that have subscribed. Welcome to the community. If you don't know, my name is Tracy, and I live in Southeast Pennsylvania in Zone 7B. And this channel is chronicling my garden journey as I try to expand my flower beds and learn new things, try new things, hopefully get ideas from you guys if you guys are interested in commenting. And I will see you in the next video. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.